today's short video, I'm going to talk us through the course syllabus for our class. I'm started here on my Canvas dashboard. On your dashboard, you should see whatever courses you're enrolled in, or maybe courses you have been enrolled in. You can move these around by dragging them around. This is the only course I have for Intersession, so I dragged mine up here to the top for easy access. But wherever you find your business ethics course on your dashboard, you can click that. When you get to the course website, you'll see a link on the left-hand side of the page here that says Files. If you click that, you'll see that one of the files is the Business Ethics Syllabus PDF. And you can open that, and that will take you to a copy of our syllabus. So I'm not going to read every word of this by any stretch, but I just want to talk over the basic structure of our course. Some important information you can find at the top of the syllabus is my contact information. I'm James Otis. You can see my email here, my office hours. I'm going to hold office hours every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. If there's a chance that I might miss one of those days, if I am going to miss one of those days for whatever reason, I'll send out an announcement to let you know that I'm not having office hours that day. But generally, every Monday, Wednesday, Friday from 12 to 1 p.m., I'll hold office hours via Zoom, and you can see the link here to my meeting room on Zoom, and so you can log in. Once you log in for office hours, it'll take you to a waiting room, and then once I see that you're there, I'll admit you. If there's multiple people there, I'll admit you in whatever order you showed up in, just like I would for normal office hours if you were meeting me in my office on campus or something like that. So there's my information. In terms of a course description for this course, we're going to be thinking roughly about how ethics and morality, how they apply to business. This is an applied ethics course, so you could take a course in what we might call ethical theory, where you'll just talk about sort of the abstract moral theories, and you'll compare and contrast them, and you'll think about which one's the best one, for guiding our moral decision making. In an applied ethics course, you take that kind of thinking about ethical theories, and you apply them to a specific area. In this case, we're applying it to business. So that's why this is an applied ethics course. Roughly, we're going to be ethics. Ethics is supposed to tell us something like how we should live. Built into that question is kind of an assessment of what we think the world ought to be like, what we think society ought to be like, and then what we can do and what our responsibilities are as individuals, maybe as groups or corporations or businesses. What obligations do we have to be able to bring about that world, the world that we think we ought to live in? So that's kind of roughly how we're going to be thinking about business throughout this, the relationship between business and ethics throughout this course. For the course structure, I'll talk about the course structure when I get to the next page of the syllabus. For now, I also want to talk about some of the materials you'll need. The mandatory textbook is available through the course website, or you can follow these links on the syllabus here. It's an open source textbook. It's a free textbook that you can find. You can download it or you can read it online, and there's some tools to help you sort of highlight and things like that if you want to read it online. Otherwise, you can download the PDF version. You also need consistent, reliable internet access to get through this course. It's all done online, so if you can't access the internet, then you'll struggle in this course. And then webcam microphones. Specifically, what you need that for is just if you're going to join my Zoom office hours, you need to be able to join, and so we can talk to each other that way. I have a note on here about Intersession. We go through a lot of material very quickly. So this is all of the material roughly from a 15-week course condensed down into 4 weeks. So just fair warning, be prepared. This course is going to take a lot of work. In just a few days, you might have to read a couple chapters and answer a few sort of short essay kind of questions that require you to really think and connect thoughts across that chapter. And then very quickly you'll be given another set of assignments, and you'll move on, and another reading assignment. So you'll very quickly have to go through a lot of material in this course. So that's just I don't know what to tell you about that other than you signed up for an Intersession course, so be prepared for the fast pace of the course. I don't think it will be unmanageable for you if you're focused and prioritizing this course in your schedule, but it is quite a bit of work in terms of how condensed the course is. You'll see some information on special accommodations, academic dishonesty from that's university information that you can see here. Another link for office hours with a passcode for the meeting ID. On the next page here, you start seeing course structure. There will be weekly modules every Monday morning by 10 a.m. Course modules will be released. The module for each week will include a variety of elements. There will be 2 phases of each module. There will be a set of phase 1 assignments that are released on Monday mornings. There will be a set of phase 2 assignments that are released on Thursday mornings. So let me talk a little bit about how that's going to work. On Monday mornings, when a module is released, you'll see a reading assignment. Every week, the reading assignment will be exactly 2 chapters, and they'll come from your textbook every time. So the readings will be consistent in that sense. So you'll find what the reading assignment is for the week. Actually, if you scroll down on the syllabus here, if you're trying to read ahead, you'll see that all of which chapters we're reading each week are already on the syllabus. So you'll know ahead of time what the chapters are going to be, even if you don't know what the specific questions for particular assignments are going to be. So we have a reading assignment each week, released on Monday mornings. There will also be a reading corner video. These reading corner videos are optional videos. These aren't an assignment. These are just, I from experience teaching a variety of philosophy courses, there's a fair number of students who they're just not comfortable reading philosophical writing, or they're not sure how to read it. And especially in an applied course like this, some of you may not be philosophy majors, so reading philosophy might not be the thing that you're very familiar with or comfortable with. So in these reading corner videos, I'm just going to be reading some passage from the reading assignment that week, and I'll be pausing occasionally and just kind of telling you what's in my head, what I'm thinking about as I'm reading, what I'm looking for, how I'm connecting materials, or connecting the different concepts throughout the material, those sorts of things. So if you watch that video, it'll just hopefully give you a sense of kind of how to read a philosophy paper by seeing an example of somebody read it. They're not going to be terribly long. I'm absolutely not going to be reading through the entire reading assignment for the week, but I'll just pick a section of it and I'll read it, and then you can kind of see how I'm processing it. So if you'd like to watch those videos, you can. And then also engagement assignments. Phase 1 engagement assignments will be released on Monday mornings. And so these are going to be completed in the discussion forums section of our course website. And so with the module materials, you'll see the different links to different discussion assignments that will ask you specific questions related to the reading. Sometimes there'll be comprehension questions where you'll just be, kind of telling me something from the reading. Other times I might be asking you kind of what you think or how you would respond to a thought experiment or an example type case, something like that. A variety of different types of questions. But you'll be responding to those. These phase 1 assignments, engagement assignments, need to be completed by Thursday mornings at 8 a.m. And that'll be on the assignment prompt that's released on Monday mornings. It'll remind you that those assignments are done. So in order to get through this first phase of the modules each week, you'll want to complete your reading assignment and complete your engagement assignments between Monday morning when they're released and Thursday morning when that first phase is due. That'll help set us up so we can get into phase 2 of the module each week. And then phase 2 will open up on Thursday mornings by about 10 a.m. In these videos, you'll see the instructor, or in these modules, you'll see the instructor's corner video. This will be roughly the lecture component of the course. You can read through here on the syllabus to see what that will be like, but it'll be a short video, maybe 10, 15 minutes. I'm not going to cover every aspect of the reading. I wouldn't cover every aspect of the reading if we were meeting in person and I was lecturing either. It's just I'm going to hit on some of the highlights, or maybe some of the difficult passages, or some of the interesting, questions or conundrums that are raised throughout that chapter. And so you'll get that lecture video. So notice that you have to complete some engagement assignments before you ever get my lecture, right? So, and that's by design. I want you to complete these phase 1 engagement assignments based on your comprehension of the reading. Not based on what I tell you the reading says through my lecture, but what you think the reading says as you read it. So that's the phase 1 assignments. Then you'll get my lecture video on Thursday mornings. There will also be a phase 2 for engagement assignments. These will also be completed on the discussion forums. You'll be responding to something. You might be responding to something. I, as the instructor, might leave some comments on the phase 1 engagement assignments that you did earlier in the week, and then you might respond to that. Or I might have you as students individually sort of respond to other students in the discussion forum. It just depends on the week and what that assignment looks like. But these will also be completed in the discussion forums. But they'll be completed in the second half of the week. So from Thursday to Sunday, you'll have to complete these. Then there will also be a reading quiz each week. This is a comprehension quiz. This will be a mixture of multiple choice questions, maybe some true-false questions. It'll be completed on Canvas. Probably what I'll do is I'll have a question bank that has a lot of questions in it, and then it will pull like 10 or 15, however many questions I think should be on the quiz. It'll pull a random number of questions for you from that quiz. And that'll be the weekly reading quiz that you'll complete. That, of course, will be kind of open book. You can have your textbook open as you take that quiz. It's perfectly fine. So just as long as the work is your own, you can complete that quiz that way. Okay, so that's an overview of the weekly assignments. There will be a weekly reading assignment. There will be a phase 1 engagement assignment, a phase 2 engagement assignment, and a reading quiz, along with a couple videos that get posted each week. And then in addition to that, there will be 2 application projects. These will happen in weeks 2 and 4. So these are not weekly projects. These are every other week. So in week 2 and in week 4, there will be application projects. This will be an additional assignment that you'll do. That's really going to be focused on sort of applying some of the course themes to real life. The textbook does some of that, but these assignments will focus specifically on that aspect of what we're doing. So going beyond reading comprehension or what the textbook says, and kind of thinking about how this stuff matters, for us in real life. These will be assignments where you'll watch a short video, or maybe you'll complete a short reading in addition to the textbook readings, and then you'll write 3 to 4 well-developed paragraphs as a response to the question prompt for that assignment. So that'll give me another way of sort of assessing how you're thinking through the course material. Then you can see the grading breakdown here. Engagement assignments, reading and quizzes, and application projects. Those are all each worth 30% of your grade. Then there's 10% for participation. How I'm grading participation in this case is take all of the imagine all of the assignments in the course, every engagement assignment, every discussion forum, every reading quiz, every application project, all of that stuff. Just put them all into one big group and just give 1 point to each of them. How many of those assignments are you turning in on time and completing with actually giving real effort to it? So when I ask for a well-developed paragraph, you turn in your paragraph on time, and it is a well-developed paragraph. It's not like 2 sentences where you clearly weren't thinking carefully about the question or something like that, but you actually turned it in. So imagine you get a point for each of those assignments, and then that'll be sort of a collective grade for just how are you actively participating on time, and giving good faith effort in all of the assignments throughout the course. That's your participation grade. And then you see a grading breakdown for grading at the end of the semester. So then the last page of the syllabus is the course schedule. You'll see the module breakdowns. There's a module each week. On Mondays is when phase 1 is released. On Thursdays, phase 2 will be released. All module materials will be completed by Sundays at 12 p.m. This is noon. That's not midnight, that's noon. I'm very clear about that throughout this syllabus. Every time I mention the time that things are due, I say 12 p.m. noon, so nobody gets confused and thinks they read midnight instead of noon. Okay, so phase 1 materials on Monday. Any assignments that are released here during phase 1, they'll be due by Thursdays at 8 a.m. That's what you'll see right here. And then phase 2 assignments are released, and then all of those will be due by Sundays at 12 p.m., which is noon. And you'll submit all assignments through the Canvas course website. And then one last reminder down here about my office hours and a link to those. All right, that's it for the course syllabus. Let me point quickly to back to the course website. So as you get to the course website, you'll see a variety of links over here. Modules is one that you'll want to look at. And in the course modules, you'll see, I have a lot more on here that you won't see, but you'll see Module 1, Chapters 1 and 2. This will be released, in week 1. And each week, the module materials for that week will be released, and you'll see links to the different components of the assignment. You'll notice with each phase of the assignment, here there'll be a prompt. This assignment prompt has instructions for phase 1. This is the week 1 module. And you'll see an assignment prompt that talks to you about the different assignments that are due that week. So that's where you'll go for module materials. And then there's when you're in the modules, you'll have links here directly to the discussions. So these are the engagement assignments, different discussion assignments for the week. There's also a link over here for discussions where you can go and you'll see a list of the discussion boards that are available. All right, so that's it for the course website and the syllabus. And I look forward to seeing all of your work over the course of this very brief but very condensed and packed Intersession session over the next 4 weeks.